So the reason we're doing this tier list is because I've seen a lot of tier lists going around recently. I mean, they've been doing this every season, you know, the popular Marvel Rivals, YouTubers, Flats, Necros, Boger, you know, they put out these tier lists around the same time, right? What I notice about these tier lists, they never cater to the casuals. They never cater to the average player. Like they always talking about their experiences. They in top 500 pro players. Like we're not gonna resonate with that at all. We have totally different experiences. That's why I'm gonna be making a tier list. Because me, I'm a casual. Just like you. So I feel like we're gonna get some resonation here. We're gonna get some relatability here with this tier list. Let's get into this tier list. First, Adam Warlock. Now, mind you, Adam, he is not bad. He's not a bad character, right? He's not a bad character. But in the metal ranks, this is, by the way, metal ranks is bronze to GM, roughly. Like that's where like most of the general player base is. Like Grandmaster is like the tippity top. Not everyone's a Grandmaster, but Grandmaster is like the tippity top in metal ranks. So I'd say Adam is he is gonna be, I want to put him in B, right? I want to put him in B simply because if you're able to hit your shots, you're gonna be constantly streaming out heals. And then you got Soul Bond, which is like dive counter. Like he's really good. And then you got the res buff. Like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put him at B for metal rank. Actually, no, C. In metal ranks, people don't know how to deal with dive. Even with Adam Warlock, people don't know how to deal with dive. So I feel like once you bait out Soul Bond, he's kind of just like a sitting duck. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just in low ranks, def a hit or miss. Yeah, exactly. Like, but I feel like he's more of a miss simply because one, people not gonna know how to aim in metal ranks until like probably diamond. If you're lucky, you'll get people who know how to aim. But his res is really good. His res buff is really good. And his soul bond is really good to dive counter for whatever amount of time. So he's not D tier, but he ain't B tier. Next we got BP. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. People don't know how to handle BP in metal ranks. When there's a BP on the other team, the entire enemy team falls apart. You know why? Because he's hard to track. And you know why? Also, niggas don't know how to aim. So, how are you gonna kill something you can't track? You gotta counter it with Thing. Yes, you got Thing. You got Emma. Maybe you got Namor. But it always depends on the whoever is using that character's skill. Because yeah, BP, Thing, you could just slam BP and then ground him, right? That stops him. But with Emma, you gotta like track him. With Namor, maybe your squids could do something, but if you can't hit him, then so S tier for BP. Whenever there's a BP in metal ranks, they farm. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next we got Blick Widow. Come on. Even the bigger YouTubers put Black Widow in D tier. And like it's for good reason. You're not gonna, I'm telling you, bro, people in metal ranks, one, like I said before, don't know how to aim. To get the maximum amount of value on Black Widow, you need to aim. You need to hit your shots. No one in the metal ranks is doing that. So I'm not gonna lie, Black Widow, D tier. Even though I'm a Black Widow main, I love Black Widow. I think she's fun. She's a fun sniper. Good movement, good damage if you hit your shots. But the amount of value you put in Widow, you can get in anyone else. and you'll get a lot more better value. Next, we got Cap. Not gonna lie to you, Cap is an A tier. In the metal ranks, Cap is a backline menace. Not gonna lie to you, supports don't know what to do when they see a Cap coming, and they end up folding, especially if you catch them lacking. Oh, if you catch them lacking, and this is metal ranks, the team's not gonna look back for you. You're dead. So Cap is definitely A tier. Got good survival. Even though they nerfed his survivability, he still be in the backline fucking shit up. He be doing that shit. Hey, be doing it. So Cap is definitely A tier. Next, Cloak and Dagger. Come on, guys. Come on. She's part of the holy trinity of the easiest characters in the game. Plus, she has an immortal ult. Isn't she like top 3 healers in the game already anyways? Like, come on. Yes, Cloak and Dagger is S. Come on. You see how fast she gets her ult, or they get their ult, because it's 2 people. They get their ult really fast if you really healing your ass off. They get their ult really fast. That it's probably the longest healing ult in the game right now, because they nerfed Luna Snow. Yes, you can counter it. It's easy to counter. You got Mag. You could one-shot with Hawkeye. You could one-shot with Punisher. You could one-shot with Namor. Like, it's possible to counter it, but it's still like the longest healing ult in the game right now. You can get a lot of value with Cloak with his that little barrier thing that blinds you. You get a lot of value off of that, and it what'd you call it? It weakens whoever is caught in it, so they take more damage. Like, you get a lot of value off this character if you're good. Even if you're not good, the skill floor is low as shit. This character's easy. So in the metal ranks, S tier. Easy S tier, baby. For my favorite tank main, Strange. Strange. I'm gonna put him in A over Cap. Strange is like probably the most basic of basic point tank in the game. Basic of the basic. He has a big ass shield. You block shit with the shield. That's already valued. So he's really good in that department. He also has really good damage output. They buffed his Maelstrom of Madness, which is basically his that dark pulse he does to take out darkness. They buffed that. So now not only does it do the same damage all around, no matter what radius, you can do it every 6 seconds. That's really big. And that's free ult charge too. So he gets his ult faster now. But in metal ranks, I don't really think people are gonna take advantage of that too much. I don't think they're really thinking about that when they play in Strange. So I'm not gonna put him in S. Me personally, I put him in S. But objectively, he's A. Solid tank, solid character, solid point tank, you know what I'm saying? Next, we got Groot. All right, Groot. S tier. I wonder why Groot might be S tier. I wonder why. Groot. His walls. Who's gonna break down the wall? Is anyone in the metal ranks gonna swap to deal with walls? Or they could swap to Squirrel Girl. She's one of the easiest characters in the game. They could. But are they gonna? Probably not. So, what are you gonna do about the walls? He walls off your tank. You can't heal your tank. Your tank's dead. He walls you off. His branches give you back shots. You're dead. Next thing you know, he ults your entire team. They're dead. Especially if he combos it with a DPS ult. You just lost the team fight, buddy. All because of one tank. So yeah, S tier. Next, Hawkeye. Not gonna lie to you, big bro. C tier. It's not because he's a bad character. I actually think he's pretty decent. He's actually pretty good, actually. Miss. Said it before. No one knows how to aim. So, are you gonna get those one-shot, the one-shots on Hawkeye? One-shot headshots? You might get a couple. You might get some lucky ones. But are you really gonna hit Cloak and Dagger out of ult? You gonna hit Luna out of ult in the metal ranks? Are you gonna see a Hawkeye do that? Nah. You're not. So, besides that, he's not gonna get really much value from the team. He be fucking all up till I dive him. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say this. In GM, I'll put him in like B. Because there are some good Hawkeye mains in GM. There are. There really are. But that's just GM. Hawkeye and Diamond, Hawkeye and Plat, Hawkeye and Gold. I'm not scared of you. Hell no. Next character. Ella. One of my top 2 most played characters. Ella. A tier. Now, would I put her in S? Yeah, I could put her in S. But there's not that many good Hella players in the metal ranks. You know why? Nah, I know you know why. Tell me why. Niggas don't know how to aim. Oh, man. So, even though Hella is a good overall character, if you can hit shots decently, you'll get value out of it. But you gotta hit shots. I'm not gonna put her S tier, but she is S tier in the right hands. That could be any character. I'm talking about the average nigga. The average nigga not hitting no shot. Next, Hulk. Now, Hulk gets banned a lot in metal ranks, like a lot. So it's kind of hard to gauge how much value a metal rank Hulk will give to his team. But I'm gonna put him in A. If he is free, let's say he is free. You have the Namor team up. You have the BP team up. Hulk by himself gives a lot of good benefits to your team. A lot of good value. He has the bubble. He can shield your team from any ult. Are people in meta ranks gonna do that? Maybe. It's possible. I've seen it done. But even if they don't do that, just the shield in general gives a lot of value. Hulk's ult has a lot of presence on the battlefield. Not bad. Not bad if I say so myself. So I give him A. I don't give him S simply because he gets banned so much. No thanks to the BP team up. No thanks to the Namor team up. Now, Iron Fist, I will admit his stocks went crazy low in season 3. You barely saw Iron Fist in season 3 because they nerfed him. Now you see him a lot more now. Yeah, you see him a decent amount now. So I feel like he gives decent value. Iron Fist in metal ranks, he has presence in the backline, but some people really don't know how to use him. Some people will use their counter right away to engage instead of using it when they gotta take damage and, you know, do they shit. Some people will use their kick prematurely, and then when they need to escape, they can't, and then they're dead. So I'll say Iron Fist in the metal ranks, B tier. I feel like some people feel like he's a backline menace. And in the metal ranks, a lot of people don't know how to deal with him, especially the healers. But once you start going up the ranks, I would say to like Diamond, maybe even Plat, but Diamond to GM, niggas gonna know how to deal with your ass. They gonna bait out the counter. Maybe like towards GM more than that. They won't only bait it out Diamond, but they'll bait out your counter and they'll cook you. And plus, all they need is the Emma to grab your ass. I mean, that's just for all divers, but I think he's a solid B tier. Next, we got Iron Man. Personally, I think Iron Man's an A. Iron Man is extremely easy to use for people in metal ranks. All you gotta do is be in the air, press triangle, and go crazy on the floor. Go crazy on your enemies from the air. Tactical airstrike, if you will. Now, he also has his beam. Crazy damage. Crazy damage. Like, you can 1v1 anyone as long as you hit your beams. Which in metal ranks, I mean, yeah, some people can't aim, but you don't need crazy aim to kill people with your beam. He also has the potential to kill any healer out of ult. Yes, you can be countered by mag or whatever, but just the value of being able to do that is really good for a character. And all you gotta do is press the ult button and hit it on the support. Really good value for the team. So I believe he's A. Anyone could pick him up and do what I just said he could do. Anyone, literally. Doesn't take that much skill. Next we got Jeffy boy. Jeff, in the metal ranks, he could be a demon. A lot of people actually don't even know how to deal with his ult. People say it's too fast. I can't react in time. Nigga, he does a nom 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 when he starts it, and then you hear that ding 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 when he's about to eat you up. What do you mean you can't react? But I digress. I think Jeff in the metal ranks. I think he's a C tier. And you know why? People don't know how to use him. People don't know how to use Jeff. Especially in the metal ranks. Hell, even some people in GM. I mean, I consider GM a metal rank, but even people in GM don't know how to use Jeff. They just sit in the back, stream. Sit in the back, use their primary, do what they gotta do, survive. Try to hit an ult. They can either hit or miss it. There are a few Jeffs that actually know what they're doing, but that's few and far in between. So Jeff is gonna hold this C tier. I'm sorry, Jeff. He does hold value with his bubbles. The speed boost on the bubbles can be very life-saving. It also makes it harder for the enemy team to hit anyone who has the bubble. His ult got buffed. It ain't crazy, but it gives extra utility, which is great. Sadly, people still don't really know how to maneuver with it. They still don't know how to, you know what I'm saying. So he gonna hold this C tier. I'm sorry, all my Jeff mains. I've been using him. I know what y'all talking about now. Everyone else doesn't. Next, we got Loki. Loki, come on. Yeah, he got nerfed this season. Yeah, they nerfed his damage. They nerfed his healing. He's still top 3 healers in the game. He's still top 3 healers. Maybe you could debate that Invis takes his spot. You could debate because she did get buffed while he got nerfed. But he's still the best. Still does great healing if you have all 3 of your clones up. Or all 2, whatever. I don't play Loki. He can copy any healer ult. Meaning if you have a cloak and dagger, you have like ult for like what? Like 22 seconds? So you could do that. Good damage. Come on. What can you ask for more in a healer? Especially now, I will say, right? In metal ranks, Lokis can be very hit or miss. Some of them don't know how to place their clones. Some people will run Loki into a comp that counters him. I'm looking at you. People who play Loki when they have a Moon Knight. No. Especially if you don't know how to place your clones. If you know how to place your clones, you could bypass the Moon Knight. But if you put in your clones right next to your team and just healing, nah, gang. That's beating ult for Moon Knight. You don't want to do that. But I still feel like even though most people don't know how to use him, he's still a good character. Put him in S tier. Actually, you know what? I'm putting him in A tier. Just because his skill ceiling is still really high. Most people in the metal ranks are not going to hit that upper echelon. But he still provides a lot of value. Oh yeah, of course, how could I forget? Bucky. Don't run Loki into Bucky. Don't be a dumbass. He's just gonna reset off your clones. I feel like this should be common knowledge at this point. But again, people in metal ranks, they just play the game to play the game. And they somehow rank up. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, next. We got my girl, we got my baby girl, we got my baby mama. I lied. He's not my baby mama. But, we got Luna Snow. I'm gonna put her in A tier. She has the best ult in the game. Well, arguably not so much anymore. But, she has the best ult. And she's overall around a good character. She has great damage if you hit your shots. She has a freeze that you can get bonus health from. She has her clapping ability, which does mass healing, plus is good offensively. She is a good all-around support. In metal ranks, people can't aim, like I say many times before, but I feel like you can still get a lot of value off of Luna Snow, even if you can't aim. I mean, there's an option in the settings that give you aim assist for your teammates, which that can help you. Plus, your clapping ability gives you a little bit of grace, aim-wise, and you still do a shit ton of burst healing. So you can get value off of Luna, even in the metal ranks, even if you don't know how to aim. But she's not gonna hit that S tier, because people in the meta, again, the same with Loki, people in the meta ranks ain't going to hit that upper echelon. Next, Magic. Magic got buffed crazy this season. He got buffed insanely crazy. Insanely crazy. Magic was already good on console. Now, she's probably one of the best DPS. In the right hand, she's probably one of the best DPS. Even in the metal ranks, she's really good. She's a backline terrorizer. She can deal with tanks by herself. She is really good. And you don't need to aim with Magic. I guess to hit your sword throw, I guess you need to aim for that. But generally, if you know about the the right side tech for like hitboxes, or not the right side, the left side, I mean. Oh wait, no, it is right. My fault. It is right. If you know that, then you gonna hit everything on Magic, even your dashes. You gonna hit everything. So even in metal ranks, Magic is really good. All right, next we got Magneto. You should definitely fear Magneto. I mean, he's one of the best tanks, right? Even in metal ranks. The shield, great value. The bubble, great value. You can protect literally anyone. He has a team up with Emma Frost, who is also one of the best tanks in the game. His ult can kill through healer ult. It can also counter other ults like Punisher. His character by itself has a lot of value. A lot. If you just learn how to time your ults to do one-shots, you will get so much value from this character. It's crazy because a lot of people in metal ranks don't like to play tank. But tank is probably one of the most important roles. There's only 3 roles, but tanks contribute to a lot on the battlefield, a lot more than you know. And you don't want to play them because you think it's boring. You think they are boring. Expand your mind, and then you'll find excitement playing tank. But I digress. Next up, we have Mantis. I'm not gonna lie to you, I barely see Mantises, even in the metal ranks. Mantis is not a well-picked player. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna put Mantis in C tier. She really doesn't get a lot of play. People are gonna bash on Mantis players because she doesn't provide that much healing. But she does have a defensive healer ult, which I think is value to the team. She can buff people. which brings value to the team if your team has a good DPS, which in the metal ranks is debatable. So, all in all, I feel like she's a decent character, in my opinion. I was a Mantis main at one point. I played her a lot. I think she's fun. But in metal ranks, you're just not going to get, like, people are going to bash on you. You're not going to get much value versus, like, Cloak and Dagger, Luna, Loki. You're going to get more value from them. Why would you play Mantis if you could play them? She's good in triple support comp, though. And triple support has, like, been meta for, like, how long? It's been meta for a long time. So, Mantis can get some play. All right, next. Moon Knight. The moon haunts you. It should definitely haunt you. You should definitely be afraid. Because Moon Knight got a buff this season. And guess what? For all the people who don't know how to aim, you don't have to aim with Moon Knight. Let me give you the secret sauce. Blank. Put it in the back line. Make sure no one sees you. You gotta be sneaky. Use that Cloak and Dagger. Use that Cloak and Dagger team up if you have to. I know you got a Cloak and Dagger on your team. This is the metal ranks. Of course you do. You wait for your opportunity. You see both the healers. They're right next to each other. They're in the back as always. They always are. Throw that Unk right between them. You hit, what is it? You hit L2 twice. They're gone. You know how much value you just gave to your team just by doing that? You basically won a team fight. You basically won a team fight. Shit. That buff they gave him really helped him out. And in the metal ranks, I feel like he's a menace. I feel it. Even some Moon Knight, actual good Moon Knights that I fought, I feel like he's a real, you will be a real menace if people pick him up now. Cause, all right, next we got Namor. Now, more in the metal ranks. Actually, you know what? Base Namor A tier. I feel like with Namor, you still gotta hit your shots to get the most value. His squids do a lot of damage, but you gotta hit your shots. But, excuse me. But, if you have Hulk team up, easily S tier. I'm telling you, the Gamma Squid can kill you by itself. Meaning he doesn't have to hit a shot on you. It will kill you by itself if no one's paying attention to it. If you're a squishy, that shit kills you by itself. So imagine he hits 1 or 2 shots on you, you're dead. Free value. So yeah, I think base Namor is A tier. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy until he gets that team up, and he's like automatically S tier, especially in metal ranks. If you have a flank Namor, 2 squids on the floor, 1 gamma, 1 normal. Hit the what is it? The L2? Hit the L2. Oh my god, they're going crazy. Your backline gone. Both healers dead. I'm telling you. Next. I hate to admit it. Penny Parker. Sadly, it is spider time. Because unfortunately, Penny Parker in the metal ranks is a demon to people, apparently. So much of a demon that you have to ban her every game. Does that sound right to you? Now, I will admit, a good Penny player could be a demon, a control demon. You will not enter their space if they're a good Penny. But, we're in ranks. Destroy the nest. Destroy the nest. Like what's wrong with what's wrong with people? Hey, I don't know. people see deployables in a video game and they're like they're so tunnel vision by the enemy in front of them. They don't know what to do for it. Wasting my damn bands every time. And yeah, in a Dom match, yeah. Like literally, play a flyer, play Iron Man, for instance. Iron Man gets so much value from like against Penny. You can just be in the sky, boom, 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 shoot the nest, it's done. Penny has no more control. Play Squirrel Girl, play Moon Knight if you really want to. Moon Knight is not so much of a Penny counter, but his shots will ricochet to the nest if Penny's near it. Play Squirrel Girl, splash damage. Penny has so many counters. People just don't know how to think. But that's how it is in the metal ranks. So Penny is gonna be, sadly, A tier. I don't agree with it, but objectively in the metal ranks, if you're a decent Penny player, you'll do well. Sadly. But I digress. Psylocke. Now, Psylocke's one of those characters where in top play and top 500 Celestial, you know what I'm saying? One above all. He is one of the best DPS in the game. He did get nerfed, so probably not the case anymore, but she's still a really solid character. But in the metal ranks, I'm sorry. She requires too much game sense. She requires aim. She requires positioning, knowing when to get in and out. A lot of people in the metal ranks do not have these three things. She actually requires skill. No, a lot of people in the metal ranks do not use Psylocke. So again, I'm gonna have to put her in C tier. It's tough. She's a really good character otherwise, but definitely wrong on that. You play Psylocke. You're a Psylocke main. You're telling me people in the metal ranks, I'm talking bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond. You're telling me Psylocke's in there are running games? The average player, the average Psylocke are running games? If that's the case, hella. But you still get that. You can, because, okay, bro, do you not know what tier list this is? Bro said even Boger and Flats put her higher. Bro, this tier list is to counter those other tier lists. These are for metal ranks. You know that, right? These aren't based off of Boger and Flats. They are top players. They are top ranked players. These aren't for top ranked players. These are for the casual player base. You know what? I'm gonna agree with. I'm gonna conform to chat. I'm gonna put Hella in C tier because chat is right. People can't aim. So I'll put Hella in C tier. That doesn't mean she's not a good character. Again, I must reiterate. People are gonna look at this tier list and be like, Hella in C tier, Psylocke in C tier. Relax. This is for the general player base, right? No, they're different character categories, so you can differentiate them. It's not about comparing them, it's about differentiating them. For the average player, it's harder to use Psylocke. If it's harder to use Psylocke for the average player, you're gonna get less value. It's as simple as that. Rocket Raccoon. We're gonna put him in S tier. For the metal ranks. You know why? Easy value. All you gotta do is sit back and heal. Now, is that the best value you can get off a Rocket? Probably not. But in metal ranks, that's all you need. You sit back and heal, you gain ult charge, you spit out ult. That's it. So Rocket is definitely S tier. He is extremely easy and he gets really good value for like the minimalist of things. Next, Scarlet Witch. Now, in season 4, Scarlet Witch is okay. He's okay. I feel like even in lower ranks, I don't feel like Scarlet Witch runs lobbies anymore. Simply because they nerfed the Strange team up. It's still good in metal rank. I'll say like from bronze to plat, maybe. He's still a decent pick. After that though, you could literally use anyone else and get better value. Any DPS in S tier, you could use them and get way more value than you can with Wanda. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wanda is extremely easy. Extremely easy, because you don't have to aim. But the value kind of stops there. It kind of stops there. And then her, on top of that, her ult, you can stop it easily. Even though it got buffed this season, you could still stop it very easily. So for that reason, I'm gonna just give her B. Even in the metal ranks, the more you rank up, the more value you lose with Scarlet Witch. Poor girl, she got nerfed, but it doesn't change the fact that she is an easy character. But she's not S tier though. I'm not gonna put her S tier. She's gonna be A tier. I think the nerf really like killed her a little bit. People stopped using her as much. Her ult, not as actually in the metal ranks, it's still dangerous because people don't know how to shoot shit. They don't know how to shoot deployables. So her ult is still deadly in metal ranks. But she's not the demon she used to be in metal ranks. To constantly reiterate that. But yeah, I think A tier is a good place for her. She has a stun. She gets good value off of it. She gets great value off of her primary. Just shooting shit anywhere. Nutting on people's face. She gets value. Her ult can kill everyone, especially on the right maps. You can squad wipe with the ult. So yeah, A tier, well-deserved A tier for the metal rank. Squirrel Girl. Star-Lord, one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. In metal ranks, all right, he's kind of tricky, right? Because in the metal ranks, Star-Lord, you need aim for Star-Lord to be like a good one. You need aim, but he also has an ability that auto aims, and then he has an ult that has aimbot, which by itself, immense value. But C tier for Star-Lord, really? I was thinking B tier just because of the ult. Actually, okay. I agree actually. All right, next we got Storm. Actually, I don't see Storm being played a lot at all, especially this season. I've seen Storm, I could count the many times I've seen Storm on my one hand. Not seen Storm that much. For metal ranks though, I think Storm is, I think she's a solid B tier. Top of B tier. Just her being on the battlefield gives value to your entire team. And on the added fact that her storm ability, the storm surge shit, it does damage in a radius, like automatically. So she gives good value. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next, Punisher. He's very basic. One of the most basic characters in the game. But you still need aim to play him. So, a little bit tricky. I still feel like the average Punisher player gives good value though, especially if you know when to use your ults. Because ult can kill through healer ult. I'm not even gonna talk about the shotgun. Most people in metal ranks are not gonna kill people out of healer ult with the shotgun. So, I feel like Frank Castle, I feel like he's a calm B tier. Next we got Thor. Thor is C tier. The Thors I be seeing be suffering. Oh, you think so? Bro, this is coming from a seasoned Thor main, by the way, in the chat. Thor is C tier for the metal ranks. For the average player, is Thor C tier? I agree. Again, Thor is like dive, kind of. Not so much. Yeah, he is dive in a way. But he has no shield. His survivability got nerfed a long time ago. So if you're a Thor and you're just going in the front line shooting shit, you'll get burst down really quickly if you don't know how to get out or when to get out. Also, even though his ult got a buff, it's still pretty mediocre. So the value you'll get on Thor is not as much. You won't get as much value if you're the average player, but you can get value if you're a good player. If you know how to cycle your god form, you could get value on Thor. But for the average player, like if you were to just pick up Thor, play him for a few games, I agree. C tier. I agree with chat. Next, Venom. I feel like Venom in the lower ranks is kind of an in-between, right? Because a lot of people, especially from bronze to plat, I would say, they don't know how to use his shield, his regenerative ability. They don't know how to use it. So, but on the other hand, the people who do know how to use it, their backline presence is insane. And you know what I say about healers in the lower ranks, they can't deal with dive. A tier in the metal ranks. Yes, his primary is hard to use, but you just being in the back, having presence in their backline, is enough to distract them for your team to do what they gotta do. And this is the metal ranks. They're not gonna kill Venom fast enough. Venom still provides value just from being there, just from being in the backline, terrorizing the healers. He provides value. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, armed and dangerous. I'm gonna put Bucky in A tier. Bucky, his bullets are huge. He can reset his ammo with each of his skills. His uppercut can now ground divers. His hook, still busted. His ult, still busted. This character, busted. Even for metal ranks, busted. I think if you're a decent player, average player even, you will get value from Bucky. If you know the slightest bit of hooking the enemy tank, hooking anyone from the enemy team, if you can do that, that's you know how much value that is? You just displace them. They're gonna panic, especially in the metal ranks. Bucky just provides insane value with his kit. He counters flyers easily. He's not even hit scan. This boy is dangerous. This man is dangerous. Wolverine in the metal ranks. Wolverine, he's a menace. With Black period. That's all I gotta say. Tank's worst nightmare. All you gotta do, dash, leap, take them to your back line, shred that nigga up. That's it. The tank is most likely dead, especially if they're group. Tank is most likely dead or dying. The rest of your team is gonna shoot at them. Insta value. And you just do it all over again. I think he provides a lot of value. Next, Reed Richards. This one's the controversial one. Now, from From bronze to plat, I can argue that Reed Richards is like A tier. You don't have to aim with him. You get good value from just swinging your arms around. You can become an unstoppable force in those lower ranks. Once you hit plat, you can get better value from literally anyone else. Sorry, Reed fans. Sorry. I'm sorry. He ain't looking so fantastic right now. But, you know what? No. I'll put him in C. Not looking too fantastic right now. Especially in like this day and age, people are starting to learn the game more. The skill floor for the general player base is going up. He's losing value, guys. He's losing value. Sorry to say it. All right, Susan Storm, the beautiful wife of Reed Richards, or I guess you could say Susan Richards, I guess, right? Because they're married. She is arguably top 3 healers in the game. Even in metal ranks, I feel like she is still good. You can still get a lot of value from her kit. Her ult got buffed, really good. Her shield, I mean, the slow buff, I don't know if that applies in metal ranks. I don't know if people just walk through the shield, but it's good. Her ult, still really good. It's a defensive ult. It's not the best, but it's still really good. Yeah. I'm gonna give her A tier. I mean S tier, my fault. Really good. You don't have the heavy aim requirement like Luna. So I feel like you could just pick her up and get value. She does have a big skill ceiling. Don't get me wrong. She has probably one of the most highest skill ceilings for all the healers. Besides Loki. But at her base, you could still get good value, even for the average player. Next, Johnny Storm, brother of Susan Richards. Now, in top 500 play, top play, he's seen as the GOAT. Even me, someone who's gotten GM every season, don't see what the hype is. You know why? Because he's a problem in Celestial. He's a problem in top 500. He's a problem in Pro Play. I ain't been in not either of those. Again, I peaked Celestial. Doesn't mean I stayed in it for long. I don't get what the hype is, but he is strong. But in the metal ranks, Torch players in the metal ranks are poo-poo doo-doo. He has a high skill ceiling. If you're really good with Torch, you're the best in the game. But the average player going on Torch, come on. Nah. So, I know people are going to glance at this tier list and see Torch at the bottom and immediately discredit it. Go back to the beginning and see what this tier list is for, buddy. You got Thing. It's clobbering time. He is right. It is definitely the time of clobbering because Thing, A tier. All you got to do, slam. Deck niggas in they face. That's it. That's literally it. You just deck people in the face. Throw a couple ults every now and then. One of the easiest characters on paper. Literally. You can get good value, especially if you're countering any dive that the enemy team may have. You'll get good value from Thing. He's really good. Yeah, he's very squishy in terms of like he doesn't have any shields or anything. Yeah, that is true. That's why he's not S tier. So, well deserved. We got Emma Frost, the White Queen. Not my White Queen, but the White Queen. Emma Frost. S tier. S tier. You know why? Diamond form. First off, her beam is like easy as hell to hit shots with. It's a beam. And you got diamond form. That literally counters anything in the game. Everyone in the game. All you just gotta do is slam them on the ass. so much value just off of one ability. One. So, well-deserved S tier. Next, we have Ultron. Ultron is meta this season in the top ranks. But in the low ranks, I feel like he's decent. He's actually not bad in a triple support comp. In the metal ranks, do not run Ultron in a dual support comp. It is not good. He is not good in double support comp. Maybe you can probably run away with it in the higher ranks. You could probably do it if you're a goated Ultron main. Sure. But he thrives in triple support. Thrives. So, we gonna put his ass in B tier. C tier. Because you do have to hit your shots. Again, aim. Metal rank players don't know that. So, I'm gonna put him in C tier. You can get value from him. You definitely can, especially since they buffed his ult. So versus some team comps, you can get value. But generally, and on average, nah. The average player, nah. Next, Jean Grey. Not gonna lie to you, you can get value off of Jean, especially if they're running duo tank. Hell, I don't know if they run triple tank in like lower lobbies. If they run triple tank, you are getting value off of Jean. That's free ult charge. You hit your ult, that's free value. All you got to do is hit your shots on tanks, which, even though aim is a problem in metal ranks, it's not that hard to hit tanks. Yeah, she's definitely better than Hela in metal ranks. I mean, she's better than Hela in general now, but in metal ranks, for sure. Or, sure, I'm putting her in A. Great character. Great value. Does a lot of damage, especially against the right team comp. Next, we have Blade. 1,000 cuts. Now, Blade. I was thinking when I'm thinking of Blade, I'm thinking of fucking KP Chris. Anyways, Blade. I'm sorry. No, not even C, brother. Not even C. D tier. I feel like Blade, like even like if I was doing a general tier list, Blade is C. But for metal rank users, people don't even know that his gun is probably the best thing about his kit. We'll give them this. If you dive with Blade, you could probably get value. Because again, supports can deal with dive. But he's still really bad. Especially for players who don't know about his gun, don't know about his little text. He's really bad. I'm debating putting him in C because it is possible to get value. It's possible, unlike Widow in metal ranks, where like if you're not hitting at least 50% of your shots, you're not getting anywhere. I'm gonna keep him in D though. I'm gonna stick to my gun. Last but not least, Angela, sister of the God of Thunder, or yeah, sister, or daughter. Is it daughter? It's his daughter, right? My fault. L lore. I don't know much about the lore. Angela. Okay, right now. Oh, it's sister? Okay. Yeah, sister, okay. Right now, Angela, in metal ranks, mind you, I feel like in general, Angela is like C. Because people haven't really figured her out yet. Like, to like the best of her ability, people haven't figured it out. But in metal ranks, people don't know what they're doing. It's a new character. People are just flying around, trying to poke people, spamming poke, hoping to get value. You're not. In fact, you're already dead. Because she has no survivability. She has a shield, yeah. Once that shield is gone, you're done. Especially if they have a Bucky. What? Like, you might as well just... Hey, and I might be a little biased on this because in Diamond, I had Angela go what? Where'd he go? He went like 1 in 12 in Diamond? So just imagine the below ranks. Now I will say, if the Angela's diving in the lower ranks, she can get value. Because again, supports can't handle dive. But I still feel like literally any other tank, you get a lot of more value. There you go. Full tier list. This is a tier list based on medal ranks. What the average player, what hero you can get the most value out of for the average player. This is not a testament to how good the character is overall, but how the average player can pick them up and use them. So please, don't come at me asking why Star-Lord is in C. Why Psylocke is in C. Why Johnny is in C. Don't ask me. Because I just told you. But anyways, this was fun. Man, I love doing tier lists. I love speaking out my opinion. Again, my opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is yours. You don't have to follow mine. I'm just voicing it. All right.